Hello everyone, welcome to the live class with Matthew Ojars, the place where we unleash strategies for you to overcome life's greatest challenges. Today we'll be talking about defining your identity. This is very important in our world today because I see that many millennials are living either with a wrong identity of themselves or with someone else's identity. That means the same thing. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to define your identity. If you're interested, then fasten your seatbelt and let's get right into it. I'll start by saying everyone was made with a special intent and you're unique in your own way. So it is very imperative that we try to discover who we are and be originals rather than being copycats. Think about this. If everybody in the world today were like you, how interesting or boring would the world be? The fun is in the diversity. The beauty is in the difference. When you have many colors, you see the beauty. That's it. You are unique in your own way. So try to be original and not being someone else. Okay, we're in a world today where it is very easy for anyone to lose sight of themselves. And I'll give you this clear instance because many years ago, it was not as rampant as it is today, where you have to follow people on several platforms. You're following on Facebook, you're following on Twitter, you're following on Instagram, you're following on YouTube. Like, I want you to follow this channel, so it is very easy for you to lose sight of yourself if you do not know where you're going, because it is important that you first know who you are and where you are going before you follow someone, because it is easy to end up in the wrong place if you do not know where you are going and you follow someone else. So it is not so much about the person you follow but about you. So you first need to come to that knowledge and that assurance of who you are, where you are going, before you get on to follow someone. Otherwise, you just find out that you're in the wrong place. Hit me right there in the comment section if you ended up in the wrong place following someone, whether someone you know or someone you don't know in life. You've joined someone in their pursuit in life which was not yours, and you ended up in the place you never planned. Let us know in the comment section, and I'd like to have a conversation with you on that. When you meet someone for the first time, for example, if I met you at the coffee shop, one of the first things we're going to do is to exchange identity. Hi, my name is Matthew. And you say, oh, my name is Chris. That's identity. So you meet someone for the first time. The first thing you need to know about the person is the person's identity. So if you refuse to know your identity beyond your name, to defining who you really are, someone else may give you an identity that is not yours. For example, if you met someone for instance for the first time and you never knew the person's name and you needed to store that name on your phone, you would give the person an identity, maybe Chris Cafe Shop, or Chris, or the built dude at the cafe shop. So if you fail to give yourself an identity, someone else is going to give you an identity that is not yours. So it is very important that you let people know who you are so they can know who you are and treat you as who you are. Because if you don't reveal who your true identity is, then people would give you something else and you begin to live in that light and fulfill what you're not meant to be. This has affected many children in our world today because they've been given the wrong identity by their peers, some of them by their parents, friends, and I'll just give you a common one saying, oh, you're a bad dude, you bad dude, and the child keeps growing to know that he's a bad dude and wants to fulfill that identity that he has grown to know himself. Oh, they call me bad, so I must be bad. or they say you're of no good and you cannot amount to anything, and that affects your psyche, and you think that you're of no good and you cannot amount to anything. I say no, there is no one created without an intent. Everybody you see on the surface of the earth has an intent and a purpose to fulfill. Of the 7.8 billion people in the world today, not 2 people have the same fingerprint. No 2 people. No 2 people of the 7.8 billion people in the world today have the same fingerprint. So what are we saying? Even identical twins that came from the same sac inside of their mother's womb, they have different fingerprints. You were unique. Have you thought about that? Don't try to be someone else. Let's appreciate you for you. That is, we want you. We want the real you, not the imitation of somebody else. It is when you discover who you truly are and bring out that personality that people begin to identify you for you. Be you. Let us love you for you, not for being someone else. The truth is, no one is truly without identity. You either reveal to people who you truly are, or they label you what you are not. So if you come to me and, spontaneously, I do not let you know what my name is, and you ask me and I refuse to tell you my name, then you're going to give me a name. Because you must identify me by one means or the other. You would definitely give me a name. So folks, if you refuse to discover your true identity, someone else is going to give you an identity that is not yours. I have a question for you. Are you living with an identity that someone has imputed on you? Or are you living with the true identity that God has called you to be? I'll tell you a story. In the greatest book that has been ever written, the Bible, there was a chap called the prodigal son. He's the son of a king, and he said to his father, I need my inheritance. I need to get out of this house. I'm a big boy. I'm a big chap. And the father shared his inheritance in 2 and gave him his own half. And he went into a far country, far distant land, and he just lived a very wild life, and enjoyed himself in his own way until he wrecked his life. He so wrecked his life to a point where the son of a king was living with pigs, and he begged to eat the food of pigs, but they refused to give him. Something happened to that chap. The Bible says he came to himself. And that's what happened. When he came to himself, he asked himself this question: what am I doing here? My father has so many servants that have so much food to give away, and I'm here struggling with pigs to eat. I'm going back home. Hey, folks, you need to ask yourself some real questions. You need to seclude yourself from the noise of the world. You need to get into your room, lock yourself up, and talk to yourself. I don't mean in a schizophrenic way, but you need to talk to yourself and ask yourself serious questions. Who am I? The people I've surrounded myself with, who are they to me? How are they affecting my life? If you put 7 of your friends together, would you want to end up where they would end up? If you would not want your life to end up where theirs would, if you do the permutation and combination, then you're not meant to be together. Who are you? You need to discover who you truly are and be you, not being someone else. You need to be you, be real. Let us love you for you. Love yourself. Discover yourself. You have brown eyes like me? Admire it. You have blue eyes? Cherish it. You have white skin? Love it. You have black skin? Admire it. Whoever you are, love you. If you don't love you, no one would love you. You need to love you. You need to discover who you truly are. There is a you in you that needs to be discovered. It is not about this outward appearance. It's not about the makeup. It's not about the hair and all this. No, there is a you inside of you. You were brought into this world for an intent, for a purpose. And if you lose sight of your identity, you would end up in the wrong place. A king who refuses to identify with his identity as a king will end up with paupers. It's all about identity. It's all about identity. You don't find kings on the street playing with mere men. A king is not a mere man. A king should be in his throne, in his palace, reigning and ruling and dishing out orders. You don't find kings with servants. That's identity. Who are you? Who are you with? Are you with the wrong set of people? Who are people who say you are? Are you living with the identity that people have put on you, or the identity that you truly are? Think about this. Think about this. Who are you? Who am I? Ask yourself this question. Who am I? Am I where I should be? Is this who I truly am? Is this the best of me? In the next video next week, I'm going to be showing you steps to discovering your true identity. And I want you to watch out for that video. But hit me in the comment section. Let me know if you've ended up in the wrong place by wrong association. Let me know if you've lived your life based on what people have said about you. Let me know if you've gained value from this video in any way. If you have, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want more videos like this. I'm Matthew Ojars, and this is the live class. See you next week. Until then, keep moving forward. See you there. Bye.